Top 15 NBA graded basketball cards. How many slots did Michael Jordan fill? Happy hobby. I'm David Gunnis, and once again, if you're collecting sports cards, you're dealing with a limited budget, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That's what we talk about here. But today, we're specifically talking about graded basketball cards, the most graded basketball cards in PSA's history. Now, we got the report from gemrate.com. If you're not subscribed to them for free, it's a pretty awesome newsletter for free. Each month, they send you the report of all the graded cards and all the big companies like PSA and SGC and CSG and Beckett, and they give you the trends and the what's going on and who's getting graded and which sports, which sets, which players are all getting graded the most, and which ones are dropping off a little bit. And it's a good thing to keep an eye on as you're collecting and as you're buying slabs, so you have an idea of the popularity of some of these cards and players. So we already did the top 15 graded sports cards ever right there. We already did that one last month. That was for the February numbers. Today, this one, we're just doing basketball, and it's for the March report that just came out in early April 2023. So we're going to dig right into this, and then we're eventually going to do a top 15 football cards, and we're even going to do the most graded Jordan cards, a list of all of his most graded cards ever by PSA. Now, obviously, there's also SGC and Beckett, but PSA is the one we're using because they've graded the most cards, so we kind of use that as the main company for this video. Okay, so number one, we're starting with number 23. Michael Jordan, of course, he's the most graded basketball card ever. This 1990 Fleer one. It's interesting because I'd like to know how many of these were slabbed before the 2020 collecting boom, the card collecting boom that happened just a few years ago. Because I feel like a lot of people bought those junk wax boxes just to get those cards so they could send them in to get graded. Maybe what was the number before 2019, 2020? I'd like to know that. And number two, the 2019 Zion Williamson Panini Prizm card. Now this one's getting up there among the iconic status. However, Zion's always hurt. He's always injured, as he is now right before the playoffs start. Now, if he does come back healthy and the Pelicans go on a run in the playoffs, that might be, obviously his cards would rise if that's the case. But for a card collector, that might be the time to get off of some of his cards on a high, because that guy's hamstrings are made of a tissue. And number three, another player whose value's kind of taken a knock this season, the 2019 Panini Prizm Morant. Ja's off the field issues have kind of angered some of his collectors, as well as Grizzlies management. The good thing to know, though, is that he is young enough to straighten the ship and become a top 5 NBA player once again. So that's what we're hoping for at this point. Number four, another guy who things just didn't go right this year for him. You know, actually, all four of these guys. Jordan, he's selling the Hornets. He's getting out of that game. Zion, Ja. Now, Luka, Dončić, this guy, things just didn't work out right for him this year. They traded for Kyrie Irving. That experiment didn't seem to really go well. I think we might be looking at possibly the last year that we're going to see Dončić in a Mavericks uniform. I could see him demanding a trade like a lot of these superstars have been doing and getting somewhere else. Now, if he does go somewhere else that's a contender, who knows what could that could really do something for his value overall and increase his card value, certainly. But right now, man, he's just kind of a lot of complaining to the refs. He just doesn't seem to be gaining fan popularity. Number five, of course, the Coby rookie, the Topps Coby rookie card. Now, this is one of just two players whose rookie cards on this list came between 1993 and 2017. So I'm going to ask you to see if you can guess which one it is, and you'll know in just a few spots because there are players coming up. But just in the top 15 cards, only two cards from 93 to 2017. That's pretty crazy. And the number 6 card, the 92 Topps Shaquille O'Neal rookie card. Speaking of rarity, this card is one of very few non-Michael Jordan, non 2018 to now ultra modern cards. Very few cards in this area in this list. And this 1992 set was very interesting because this is the first year that they did Topps Gold parallels. Now, they weren't numbered like they are now. They were just a regular Topps Gold with the gold foil on them. But they came one per pack, so they're certainly much more rare than the regular base card. However, they're not as rare as the numbered to the year as they are now. And of the over 6,300 Topps Gold Shaq rookie cards that have been graded by PSA, only about 11% have come back as Gem Mint 10s. That foil kind of scratches. Number 7, 2018 Trae Young rookie card. Man, I'll tell you what, this list is littered with a bunch of guys that have not had a great 2023 NBA season. Trae Young, it seems like, again, with the Hawks, they've kind of come off the rails a little bit. We'll see what happens in the playoffs, but it's doubtful they're going to get back to that Eastern Conference playoffs like they did a couple years ago when his value was sky high. Number 8, another Jordan card. This time it's the 1989 NBA Hoops card. And it's a pretty iconic design with that NBA key look to it. Now, the next year, 1990 NBA Hoops, they went with the same exact design, but instead of a white background, it was a gray background, and it was horrible. And number 9, another Zion Williamson rookie card. Now, Zion and Luka really carried the hobby through that card collecting boom, the basketball card collecting hobby specifically. But look at this. It's only Zion that has 2 rookie cards among the top 15 in the past 5 years. And you'll notice that this Mosaic card has the best gem rate of any of the cards on this top 15. And what that means, of course, is that of all the cards sent in of this Mosaic Zion rookie card, that it has the highest percentage of those cards came back as PSA 10s. Number 10, 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie card, 1952 Mickey Mantle Topps, 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. card, the 3 most iconic rookie cards of the past 70 years. And it's interesting to think that Michael Jordan's rookie card, one of the most valuable cards out there right now, there's over 25,000 slabs that have been graded of that card. Now, there are a ton of fakes out there. That's why you want to buy a slab, one that's already been authenticated by PSA. But it's interesting that this is one of the most valuable cards out there, and there's 25,000 of them available. Number 11, we finally get to LeBron James. Is he the new GOAT? A lot of people think he's the new GOAT. But not only is this LeBron's first card on this top 15 list, but it is his only card on this top 15 list, which tells you a few things. But it certainly tells you that the 2019 Panini Prizm set has to be among one of the most graded card sets in any sport through PSA's doors. And it's only 4 years old. This wasn't even his rookie card, and it's among the top 11 all-time graded basketball cards. Number 12, the 2007 Kevin Durant Topps rookie card. This is a pretty cool looking card. I have the black bordered version somewhere back there. That's one of my favorite cards. Seeing Kevin Durant in a Sonics uniform is pretty awesome, and it really makes me say, you know what, NBA really needs to expand back to Seattle sooner than later so that KD can play his final season in a Seattle Sonics uniform once again. And by the way, this is that other card, along with the Coby rookie, that is the only 2 cards from 1993 to 2017 that are on this top 15 list. And number 13, another 2019 Panini Prizm card. This time it's another rookie card, Coby White. Now, he actually got leapfrogged this past month by the Kevin Durant card, so he's dropped down a slot. But this rookie card, there's over 22,000 people who are holding Coby White slabs right now that are really hoping that one of the bench players for the Bulls is going to all of a sudden have a huge 5th season next year. And really, he could. He's going to be about 23 years old next year, but things aren't looking good. And his scoring average has dipped the past 2 years in a row, and now he's under 10 points per game this past season. That's not good. Number 14. Now, this is the last 2019 Panini Prizm card on this list, I promise. It's the Tyler Herro card. Now, Tyler Herro was a hero in the 2020 NBA bubble when he got to the finals. And then he did win the 6th Man of the Year award last year. So he has performed well. I don't know if it's enough to really have him on this list, but he's entering his age 24 season next year, so maybe good things ahead. And number 15, the 1988 Fleer Michael Jordan card. Now, it's such a shame that this is one of the most graded cards ever. The 1988 set is actually one of the most loved sets of all time. They had to use this horrible picture of him. Like, it's just horrible. It's just one of the worst cards they've used. And you think of the 1988 sticker is one of the greatest looking cards, and the 1988 Michael Jordan All-Star card is one of the most awesome looking cards. But this one, the base card is just ugly. It looks like Kevin Willis is there trying to steal his school books, and Michael Jordan's like, "No, give them back. I want it back." It just doesn't look good. So that's it. That's our top 15 graded basketball cards ever as of March 2023. So I'm sure it's a lot different. Next month, some players got bumped off this list, like R.J. Barrett, who made the February list, but he got bumped off by that 1988 Michael Jordan Fleer card. So keep on the lookout for the most graded baseball cards ever video and the most graded football cards ever video. And also, I'm going to be doing a special video again on the Michael Jordan cards. What are the most graded Michael Jordan cards? He actually has a ton that are among the top 100 in PSA's history. So let me know in the comments below, how many of these did you have in your collection? How many of these do you got in yours? I've got just a handful. I don't have too many. There's some tough ones in here, but who knows which ones I will be getting in the future. So let me know what you got. Let me know what you're going to get, and have a happy hobby.